Good morning. Today we're taking a little break from the garden to Arlington Garden in Pasadena. Arlington Garden is a free public garden on land owned by Caltrans. It's about 3 acres, and Caltrans abandoned the land because it was once going to be a freeway. But the freeway never happened, and so the city took it over, and in partnership with gardeners and private investors, they decided to build a garden. It's lovely, and there's so many interesting pieces to it. Let's take a tour. We'll start here with the wishing trees. There's this lovely little pathway, beautiful trees, and everybody has their lovely little wishes on them. And these blue pots with a pop of color. Just taking a deep breath today. The last day of the week after the election. I just saw a little wishing note here that said, health, progress, Constitution. Wow. That's prophetic, isn't it? Health, progress, Constitution. The Constitution is holding us in good stead this week. There's a beautiful little fountain, a cactus fountain. Today, Friday, is Friday the 13th in 2020. I said that to my husband. And just gives me a little bit of pause. I think everybody has a little bit of triskaidekaphobia, right? Which is fear of the number 13. So let's see, we'll go down this way. It's pretty wild, but this is a water-conscious, a water-wise garden. So they compost, they encourage composting. You can bring your compost here. It's not like the Huntington Gardens. Here's a lovely little, I think this is called the Pomegranate Amphitheater. So it's surrounded by pomegranates. There's a lot of these beautiful cacti here in the garden. Large cacti. Somebody had the vision for this garden. They could have done anything with this land, but they decided to make it into a garden. What a blessing. Here's a beautiful fountain. Calming little trickle here. Somebody's put these beautiful little flowers on top. You can hear the water even though the traffic is behind me. And then if we go through over here, you'll see it is a citrus grove. I think it's an orange grove because the fruits are quite large, and because I know that they sell marmalade here on Tuesdays from 9 to 12. So you can buy marmalade from the Arlington Gardens and help support. The garden was born in 2005, and so these plants have been here almost 20 years, not quite. And you can see how large and beautiful these cacti are. All different kinds of cacti. And then of course they abut the orange grove. Look at these beautiful cacti. And there's all kinds of quiet places. There's tables and chairs and gazebos all throughout this park where you can just relax. And there are a lot of people here that are actually doing that, having lunch with their kids. There's a volunteer up here working. It's really, really lovely. And over here, there's a labyrinth for meditation, spiritual and psychological renewal. Robert and I did the labyrinth, which starts here. And when you finish, you end up in the center, here. And the only way out is to walk back. It's almost like finding yourself again. Here's a modern sculpture, but a bunch of water wands. So this is a local compost hub for the neighborhood. And you can see very specific directions, adding something that's cooking and processed, don't add, and something that's curing over here, don't add. So they're very organized with their composting. And here we enter the Coniferous forest, so lots of different pines. These are all intentionally planted. This is all architected to be the relaxing and lovely and diverse place it is, while at the same time being a refuge for native plants and pollinators and people. It felt good today to just stop and take a breath and take a walk in a garden. I recommend it highly.